He has the eyes of a neglected hamster. He hasn't been fed enough. Give him some water. Give him some food. Oats the goat. Girl, you could probably fart a hole through a brick wall. People in their early 20s still refer to people older than them as adults. When do you think they stop and realize they are adults? I'm not an adult. I'm a child with a drinking permit. Drinking permit. What's in your sippy cup? Vodka. In Appalachia, hell hath no fury, like a trans goth with a banjo. Now I'd pay to see that. I finally got this project out of my brain and made a wearable stained glass baseball cap. Yeah, wear that to a baseball game and, if the ball hits you on the head, well, why don't they make stained glass fish tanks? Give those fish Catholic guilt. I feel like they would go insane because, like, I wouldn't want to swim around in a stained glass colored water with just... That just sounds horrifying. It looks like a fever dream. Enough with the WFH sweatpants. Dress like the adult you're getting paid to be. I'm not taking fashion advice from a guy who looks like he runs the bumper boats at a segregation-themed amusement park, or Dancing with Penguins in Mary Poppins. Robot vacuum yells racial slur at family after being hacked. Just reminds me of, I don't remember who did. I don't remember his name. Where he made the Roomba say "f*** when it ran into it. I've never heard of this guy in my life. What's up, James? You fucking dildo? Huh? Who is this? Lol, you idiot. It's the Big Biscuit. How you been, dude? The what? Who calls himself the Big Biscuit? I hope people respond like this when I die. I'm gonna shove that sentence up your ass and you can have fun with the sequenced farts caused by the 6 feet of gaps between words. Didn't know I was pregnant here, but I'm glad the baby got to hear Taylor Swift in the Eras tour before I aborted it. Jesus Christ. If you didn't know you were pregnant here, it wasn't a baby, man. It was a fetus. It didn't hear or feel shit. Just mix Coca-Cola with Vaseline and you will be amazed. Life hack guru. What? Like, for what? Like, are you telling me, like, this is for, like, you mix the Coke into the Vaseline to then rub onto, like, I don't know, like, whatever you use Vaseline for? Or do you mean, like, put the Vaseline in the Coke so you can then drink the Coke with Vaseline? I don't think you're supposed to ingest Vaseline. Is it toxic? I don't know if it's toxic or not. Well, it can't be, because I use it to, like, moisturize my lips when they're chapped, so... Yeah, I think I'd be dead by now. Went with my partner upstate, and the Airbnb host's cat took us for a guided hike along the Appalachian Trail. Apparently, this is what she does with every guest. She would complain when we took a wrong turn off the trail and knew the way back. Amazing cat. Would apocalypse with. Yeah, give the cat a 5 out of 5 on the Airbnb app. Genuinely one of the cutest, most impressive things ever, by the way. Yeah, the Aurora Borealis is a thing of beauty, but I'd rather see those areolas. Let's be realist. My man. Exclusive. I thought my marriage was perfect, but after my husband died, I discovered his depraved secret life and felt so mad with rage that I ate his ashes in revenge. What the heck? Jesus Christ, like, how? Did you, like, just eat them by the handful? Like, or did you, like, season your chicken with it? Like, what do you mean? Calling women's labia roast beef when balls literally look like ice cream scoops of elephant skin is insane. Ball skin Robbins. I mean, yeah, no one ever said that men's balls were off the table for making fun of. In fact, they've been made fun of forever. In fact, many parts of many bodies have been made fun of over the years. No one is safe. Abandoned prison in Romania. Sadly, I couldn't explore it because there was a bear inside. What? What did the bear do? What's he in for? Yeah, that's called bisexual. Yes, gay with half the steps. Still gay. Half gay. My friend received this text from a guy she went on one date with, LMFAO. Hey, had a great evening tonight. Would love to do it again sometime. I had a nice time this evening, but not sure if we're a great match. You're a great guy, though. Take care. You serious? You didn't seem to feel this way when you ordered the dessert, did you? And then allow me to pay the check. Classic broad. How many guys you got paying for your meal this week then? Cake-eating motherfucker. I'll always be blown away by guys like this. Like, dude, I paid for the check. We should like fucking get married now, right? That's how it works, right? We are selling our baby trebuchet. We only use it a couple of times. PM me for a quote. Readers added context. This is not a baby trebuchet. It is a baby catapult. Trebuchet has a counterweight. Why do baby catapults exist? Why? California man buys small island in Finland because it was cheaper than deposit on house. The couple's new home is in Finland on their own island. What? How big is the island? Conquers cheating row as men's champion found with steel chestnut. David Jackins says metal replica discovered in his pocket was only for humor value. I absolutely support trans, but all these pronouns are an aesthetic nightmare. Motherfucker, your child's name is a 30% off coupon code. Why do the two most evil men in Europe look like they are advertising an LGBT plus friendly cruise around the Norwegian fjords for seniors? Fords? Jords? I've never seen that word before in my life. Wearing my party hat so my eugenics debate with my husband doesn't get too heated. POV, you and your husband debate so much that you both wear party hats to diffuse any anger. We have a planned eugenics debate when he finishes work. I'm ready for war. Who the hell plans their arguments? Like, hey, honey, what do you think about after work tonight? You and me, we talk, I don't know, politics, eugenics. Touché, that makes perf sense. I hope you said, fuck yeah, brother, with a country accent and a deep voice, because that's how my brain translated it. Hell yeah, brother. We can already read each other's minds. Story for the grandkids. Lol, JK, procreating. Whew, kids are... They're great, but no thanks. I'm not trying to be 50 plus with a kid just starting college. Lol, bro, I will dive uterus first down a set of stairs before I breed. The guy next to us on this flight straight up brought a plain dodecahedron as his personal item. Well, I mean, you know what? Good for him. Maybe it keeps him calm. Imagine you think you pulled out during E-sex, but you lag out and packet loss makes you stay in, so now she's E-pregnant and you need an E-bortion. I had a VPN on. Kid can't be mine. Jesus Christ. It should be a pretty valid assumption that Batman would clear Spider-Man's rogues gallery with ease. Mysterio about to give Batman the IMAX Dolby Atmos Audio Ultra AVX haptic immersive feedback full recliner 3D glasses recreation of his parents' death. I was in Target today and the person walking in front of me spoke fluently in flatulence. Sounds like the kind of thing you'd expect at Walmart instead. How did "the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog" become the typical sentence that contains all letters of the alphabet and not Sphinx of Black Quartz Judge My Vow, which is objectively a million times cooler? Cause one is playful and whimsical and the other sounds like you're about to shoot up a GameStop. It's so weird to see this guy on Fox News. He looks like how gay furries draw Bowser. He's built like if Gears of War had a character that listened to Limp Bizkit. Dude, I think of Gears of War every time I see this guy. I don't even know who he is, but he just looks the part. Alien Ant Farm didn't have to go that hard on Smooth Criminal, but they did. What happened to the Malcolm in the Middle genre of white people? I mean this is a compliment, by the way. I think more white parents should encourage their kids to do backyard wrestling and skateboard everywhere they go. Girl, shut up. He fucks with both of us. You my girlfriend-in-law. Kurt Cobain's daughter, Frances Bean Cobain, and Tony Hawk's son, Riley Hawk, announced they have welcomed their first child together, a boy named Ronan Walker Cobain Hawk. Imagine Kurt Cobain and Tony Hawk are both your grandfathers. You're like the Son Goku of white people. I've gone so many years without physical contact that at this point, I think someone tenderly holding my hand would kill me, like how a flavor-blasted goldfish would kill a medieval peasant. Useless but slightly interesting fact. Heinz are so tired of restaurants and cafes refilling their bottles with non-Heinz ketchup to fool customers that they've developed a label sticker where the outer border matches the exact color of genuine Heinz ketchup. If it matches, left, it's the real deal. If it doesn't, right. It's a condiment fraud. Well, I'm now going to look for this every time I go to a restaurant. Not because I really give a shit, ketchup's ketchup, but, out of curiosity. When your asshole itches, but you rip a chainsaw fart that scratches it on the way out. I don't think they could have chosen a better character to pair this caption with. He definitely just gives that vibe, The best part of hand washing dishes is jerking off the silverware. We all think of it. Two hikers encountered a rattlesnake, then they fell in love. That's it? Like they just saw one, or like Did they both get bit by it? Did they but what? The world is so beautiful, bro. Too bad I can't experience it because I was born with underdeveloped maxilla. A friend got his employment reviews back and was told he was performing with calculated mediocrity, and I think that is the most amazing phrase. Fun fact, the reason your internal body temperature rises when you are infected is because viruses are using your body to mine for Bitcoin. I fucking knew it! Wait, what? New Mozart dropping, dog. Previously unknown Mozart music discovered in German library. That's crazy. Piece dating from 1760s, probably composed when Mozart was in his early teens, uncovered by researchers in Leipzig. The hell is this game? The corruption of capitalism. Then yes, the Borgios... I don't know, but it needs to be nerfed. Me hitting a nasty drift, forgetting I have a pet sperm in the back. What? Do not call children that. My kid peed in the humidifier. There is urine misted onto every fucking surface of this room. Oh my god, that is so vile. Snorts birth control. Couple left with life-changing crash injuries can't sue Uber after agreeing to terms while ordering pizza. Brother, this is some, oh, your husband died in Disneyland, but you subscribe to Disney Plus, so you can't sue us type shit. Prices have been pre-haggled for your shopping convenience. Oh, well, that's really nice of them. I have no chicken loyalty. I'm a promiscuous little chicken slut. If Costco's chicken starts tasting bad, I'll slide right into someone else's chicken. I remember a time some years ago on the internet when someone slid into chicken. Okay, let's move on. Give it to God and go to sleep. Why are you handing God pubic hair, and why do you have so much of it? I asked my 8-year-old if he liked my sleeveless blouse. He said, the color's fine, but I don't like the public armpits. Public armpits. It's going straight to Goodwill. Every man who's masturbated within the last week has a distinct smell to girls, and none of them realize we can all tell. This bitch's quirk is smell and thinks she's normal. So what's your, what's your party trick? Oh, I can tell when a dude's whacked off. A Japanese company has released caffeinated instant ramen that can be sucked out of a tube for gamers. Why, dude? I fucking hate gamer products. This is gross as shit. Everyone has a corpse to water ratio they're comfortable with. A couple bodies in the Gulf? Sure. Corpse in the hot tub? No. New York City will soon be giving rats birth control pills to stop reproducing. There are 3 million rats in New York City. Only 3 million? That's actually really shocking. I'm tired of superheroes that are billionaires. Give me a superhero with piles of credit card debt. Give me a superhero that accidentally impulse purchased an exotic parrot online that keeps saying their name wrong. Give me realism. That's what Peter Parker should be. I don't know about accidentally ordering a parrot, but that's what that's what the Spider-Man movie should be. No, they gotta make him have all of Tony Stark's fancy shit. And it sounds like I'm sorry, I can't get into a Marvel rant. I haven't even watched any of the Marvel. I'm just saying, give us poor apartment living Peter Parker struggling to live his life. Damn it, come on. I saw this in a fever dream. A Waffle House on top of a Waffle House sized Walmart? Imagine body slamming someone in Waffle House and crashing through the floor to the toy aisle like Redneck Tekken. My pot roast only took an hour to cook. Why I'll be lying like it take all day? I bet that tastes like an alternator belt. There's a reason it's called a pot roast. It's got a roast. It has to suck in all the flavor, man. What? Satan chewed my vagina for 15 days nonstop for leaving Christianity/him. Why is this a sponsored video? Alright, what the hell is this? Never kill yourself. What do we have here? We have a potato chopped in half. We have like pickled chips of cranberry sauce or whatever. Or we got some eggs. We got. It looks like they peeled butter. You know, I don't know if those are like rolls, like slices of cheese or some shit. This ain't it. Scandinavians pay $50 at a restaurant to eat what's left in the fridge from a bachelor that hanged himself. When Slenderman hears that I'm carrying his baby and it's a complicated pregnancy, so he puts his hand over my stomach and absorbs the baby, but the placenta didn't absorb with it, so now he's carrying our child, but the baby is still attached to me and we both pregnant with mood swings, craving hot chips and crying all the time. Girl, what? Salmon made the air spicy, and I need help figuring out what happened. This happened last night, and I'm at a complete loss for what happened, or how it could have happened, so I'm coming to Reddit for help. Salmon made the air spicy? What are you talking about? Gonna get fake hits and have the surgeon put squeakers in them? Great. My 3-year-old saw me pull a tampon out, and now she's going around saying mommy had a mouse in her butt. Oh no. Jobs are gone. Thrifting is ruined. Music and movies getting worse. No housing. Romance is dead. Authenticity is dying. Genuinely, what is there to live for? Just thugging it out till some dopamine-obliterating combination of AI porn and VR gets sophisticated enough to turn me into a vegetable. Everyone's gangsta until Denmark pulls out the MG3 mounted assault tuk-tuk. Tuk-tuk wants to be a warthog so bad. Why I twerked on an old lady. 28,000 views 2 weeks ago. Hashtag twerk. What? You know, I'll just believe that she did it for a good reason. POV, your mom takes a break from hysterically crying to hit her vape during the euthanasia of your dog. God damn, dude. Yeah, she needed that shit. Wife rips off her Romanian husband's testicles with her bare hands after he refused to help with the housework on International Women's Day. Oh my God. Well, fellas, hey, look, you heard it here first. You don't want this to be you, do you? So horny, I microwaved the hard sock under his bed and drank it. Well, that's the worst fucking thing I've read like all year.
Hash brown Oreo McFlurry sandwich, smash or pass? Doctor gonna be shaking your toes and they hands like... Oh God, I'm sorry. Dude, that is a good point. You might want to chill out on the on the sugar and the salt. You are double whammying the hell out of your body. Shut yo pigment challenged ass up, you life's landlord. Oh my God. Oh! Wow, I'm sorry. That one's gonna take me a couple minutes to recover from. Florida man caught illegally feeding wild alligator resists arrest. He's a good boy, and he loves bagels. This is the very first Florida man story where I said to myself, free him. He was just feeding bagels to a good lad. Oh God. Is that nutritionally beneficial to an alligator? Why should we care? I hope your wife gives birth to a centipede and you have to spend the rest of your days slaving away to buy shoes for it. Wow, dude. Update. An 88-year-old Santa Ana priest with dementia has been found safe in Coachella after he went missing Monday. What? Good Lord. He went to Coachella, poor guy. Oh my God. I start vaping from your urethra. Please no. Why in God's name would you say that? I feel good. You can put a nick patch on me while I sleep, but I can't vape from your princess parts? This is a new sentence. Yeah, I'll say, I can't vape from your princess parts? My what? This book is called Eve. All right, let's see. What they usually show you, what's actually true. Female pelvic anatomy. It's a tight fit. They gave our ball sacks a facelift. Oh my God, I hate the beauty industry. Why did they do that? Why would they blow it out to be like a Baphomet shape? What the hell? I'm sorry, I've seen the comparisons that people make to be smartasses. I don't know why that's the first thing that popped into my fucking head. I always figured it didn't look exactly like that, okay? There's a part of me that feels like this is somewhat similar to when I learned that the heart isn't heart-shaped. Looks like your stupid little fist. God, how lame. Real life sucks. Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend to throw away his late fiance's toenail? Oh no. Well, actually, maybe. He's so androgynous, like if a man and a woman had a baby. Well, that's pretty much what happened. You know damn well that was a joke. How did you fall for that one? Come on! Can you read? Because I can't. That was a serious question. I might need your help later. On the drive home from the beach, I saw a Cybertruck and felt sand in my panties. Turns out it wasn't sand. My panties simply dried up into a fine powder upon the sight of this low poly atrocity. It is the exact opposite of a chick magnet. I really hope that it's the exact opposite of one because it's a horrible and unsafe pile of shit, not just an ugly car. I'm a fan of ugly cars, not unsafe, overpriced pieces of garbage though. Seeing my girl lost in a corn maze would give me the ick. My wife would never get befuddled by grain. I hate that term so much. The ick simply makes me so irrationally upset. It drives me frickin' crazy. How can it not drive you insane too? Let's be honest, okay? Male friendship is difficult. My buddy's ex stopped him from going to a Bigfoot festival with me because she was worried we were going as an excuse to fuck. Wait, come on. How close are you two? Do you guys act a little too gay too often around do you I mean, you know what I'm trying to get at, right? I'm just too much of a sissy to ask it, but like how gay are you two around her? Is there a reason? Look, I'm trying to play devil's advocate here. Oh, whatever, you totally are. Beef in the cryptid community between Bigfoot cells and giant squid maxers. What the actual hell did you just say to me? Number of cameras, giant squid footage, Bigfoot footage. To be fair, that is so goddamn correct. You got me. You got my ass, okay? That's impressive. The giant squid might have been a little bit more sensationalized back before we had cameras, you know? I can totally see how it would sound fake. It's just like a narwhal. Do we really believe narwhals exist? I mean, of course we do. We've seen them, right? But of course, if some dude came off a pirate ship and was like, hey man, I just saw a f***ed up whale with a unicorn tusk sticking out of its head, of course I'm gonna think he's lying. The colossal squid must have been considered 20 times the size it really was, though. Can you imagine being out on the ocean, no vitamin C, nothing but rum, dirty water, and a bunch of the smelliest fucking people you've ever had to deal with? 2 months in, you see a giant squid in the water. Of course your brain's gonna actually think it's the size of Manhattan, but it's not. Now, Bigfoot, I got nothing for, okay? I grew up living around people that believed in Bigfoot. He's not freaking real, I promise. Or is he? Brad Summer is all fun and games until you die from doing laced coke in Bushwick and your parents have to come identify your body and you were wearing a mini skirt with no panties. I don't think that's gonna be the concern in their mind. I'm gonna be real with you. If they're concerned with you wearing a mini skirt with no panties, your parents are up, all right? If that is what they leave your body with in their head. Craig Mycock. I had to have my penis amputated. He looks surprisingly chipper for a lad with no penis. Yeah, that is a brand new sentence. I wonder why he looks so happy, and she looks absolutely furious. What the hell is this story? How long ago was this? Why did Craig Mycock have to have his penis amputated? Good bidets have dryers. I used good bidets in Japan, and they just made the whole bathroom smell like cooked shit. It was so unpleasant, I went to just drying off with TP. You're supposed to flush the toilet before using the dryer. Oh, come on. I'm still a little bit sick. That's not fair. Come on. What the hell, dude? I have never used one with a dryer before, okay? But damn it, if you don't have one yet, go get one, please. TikTok blamed for hit to Iceland cucumber supply. Icelandic supermarkets have been left in a pickle. Really? After a viral TikTok trend saw an unprecedented surge in demand for cucumbers, leaving suppliers racing to keep up. What happened? You know what? It's probably best I don't know. Blizzard men's rift with Whoopi Goldberg at Whoopi Goldberg-themed event as Diablo 4's Lilith prevents Star with key to hell. What the hell? Okay, they've all been a little weird and random and for sure brand new, something I've never heard of before. But this one takes the cake, and it might take the cake for every brand new sentence post I've ever read, because I cannot wrap my stupid wrinkle-free brain around what the hell these words mean. Why did Blizzard have to mend a rift with Whoopi Goldberg? Why was Whoopi Goldberg at a Whoopi Goldberg-themed weed event? What the hell is she doing? Okay, she's so far removed from normal people like us. What? Diablo 4's Lilith prevents the star with a key to hell. Okay, I'm sorry, I have nothing. I'm stunned. What? Cannibal Corpse frontman plays every claw machine he can and donates the toys to Johns Hopkins Children's Hospital. This is a good thing. It's a net win. I just feel like maybe there's a better way of going about it. I don't want to seem like a jerk. I'm really not. I promise. I am afraid of blood, but period blood doesn't bother me in the slightest. I guess it's the idea that blood during period doesn't indicate injury. I feel like the difference is it's supposed to be there, you know? Other blood you might see belongs on the inside, but this blood is like a dual citizen. I see what you're saying. I totally get it. Blood just always kind of freaks me out. It's not going to make me pass out if I see blood coming out of me, or I get my blood drawn, or I scrape my knee or whatever, but I feel like it's a pretty normal fear we all have. Seeing something that is supposed to be inside of us, keeping us alive, outside of us, because we don't really create it as fast as we can lose it. It's very easy to lose that crap. Takes a little bit longer to put it back in. Or you don't put back in what you lost, you know what I mean. In the church, I found people were hiding a lot of things they felt ashamed about. No one has anything to hide here. Lex Ruthless, former Protestant clergyman, current dungeon master. Are we talking dungeon master for D&D, or are we talking actual dungeon operator and owner and proprietor? What are we talking about here, Vice? NASA is monitoring an asteroid that could collide with Earth on Valentine's Day in 2046. A 1 in 400 chance. This could be an extinction event for florists. What? Oh! Okay, all right. I forget Emo Phillips. He always goes over my head for the first few seconds of what he says. Still a genius. I actually got to see him perform live. Dude rules. Absolutely rules. Also, 1 in 400 chance. Good lord. That's a pretty good freaking chance. Is this a world-ending asteroid, or is this, you know, an inconvenient one? I'm pretty sure I will also be... How old am I gonna be? This should be easy. This should be so easy for me, and yet it's not. When I tell you guys I'm bad at math, I can't do the math from 1996 to 2046. It's probably so stupidly simple. Like, seriously, I know you're probably thinking, oh, duh, it's 50. Yeah, I will be 50, but like, dude, I'm second-guessing myself the entire way through. What if somehow I'm wrong? And I'll be 44 or something like that, man. I don't know. I feel like if I make it to 50 and then that's not bad, okay? That's a lot more living for me to be doing, all right? Right before Travis pursued Taylor, he was rejected by Megan. The stallion from Megan to Taylor is wild. Got rejected so hard, he returned to factory setting. Hi, I'm an Indian man looking for a Maori woman. Not for dating, but to help me fight my Samoan neighbors. Oh, I can't help you. Hope you find them, though. Kansas City Chiefs player offers to cover $1.5 million in stolen chicken wings to free woman. Okay, wait. Whatever. Take it. I don't care anymore. I'm done thinking. I just got shot with a BB gun for being a furry. Got the cops involved. And guess what shirt I was wearing? Officer, I drop-kicked that child in self-defense. There's no way... Okay, I can't say that. But would they really look at that shirt and go, oh, shit, all right, here we go. That's it. You're going down. I know, but it's a... You know what? Did you, like, walk past someone's house and they, like, shot you with a BB gun because you had a fursuit on? Like, how did that happen? I want to know more about your story and why this is in r/Technoblade. Magic moment. Sydney Aquarium filled with song after seabirds mourn death of gay penguin Sven. That sounds heavenly. Sven, an Australian, is it Gentoo or Gentoo? I can't remember. Penguin, who became an unlikely global symbol for equality, has died from apparent natural causes at age 11. Damn. World famous gay penguin power couple dies at age 11. That right there is my favorite new sentence today, okay? That right there. Penguin power couple. How often do you see something like that? Ever. Ben Affleck's daughter is literally her mother's, Jennifer Garner, twin. His genes didn't even try. Are you... Wait, whoa! Are you telling me that's not just Jennifer Garner from a weird angle? Are you freaking serious? Oh my god. All right. Crazy. Wow. Holy crap. I am clearly out of the loop on a lot of stuff. A real-life goldfish just beat Elden Ring's Shadow of the Erdtree's final boss. And this one did it without committing credit card fraud. We love you, Tortellini. Elephant that ripped owner in half for overworking him hailed as working-class hero. Happy Labor Day. Look, I'm pretty certain that more than one of us, meaning a lot of us, have fantasized about maybe ripping our boss in half a time or two. Would we actually do it? No. But when you're an elephant, you get to follow different rules, okay? Hot Wheels Sisyphus is a species of Chinese ground spiders. Family can't read that. It is the only species in the genus Hot Wheels. It was first described by Bo Liu and Feng Zhang, both from Hebei University in 2024, and has only been found in China. Does someone want to explain to me why the hell did they create/coin a genus just so they could call something Hot Wheels? Why? Does this thing have wheels? My elderly Egyptian Uber driver happily informed me that he supports the gays now because he lives with a lesbian couple and the husband lesbian is a better husband than I was. Happy Pride, everyone! Video about inbred people being delayed to Saturday. I underestimated the amount of inbreeding that collapsed European empires. How? How could you underestimate that? Good God! How long in royal families has inbreeding been, well, a problem? I mean, I guess for them it's not a problem, but Jesus. How long has that been going on? How could you possibly have underestimated that? When I was a kid, I used to hate milk because my stepmother was so cheap, she would buy dehydrated milk and mix it up with water in a Kool-Aid pitcher. Same. I didn't hate it though. It seemed to taste fine to me. Since I could only eat what was out on front of me or nothing at all, I used to eat cereal with that chunky shit. Never chunky for me, and never understood why people liked it until I had whole milk in my teens. Luckily, she gave my dad chlamydia, and I discovered the joys of bovine essence after their divorce. I hope you survive a lengthy fight with brain cancer, then get hit by a bus on your way out of oncology, Lisa. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh, man. When I bust a load from my upstairs bedroom, but since my diet's been horrible, my hyperacidic seed melts through my floor onto my family below, killing them. God damn it, dude. Why don't you, eat some broccoli. You know what? Damn it. Eat some pineapple. What foods are good for the... Suspiciously majestic first place male figure skater accused of estrogen doping. No, don't. Wait, what? No. Sinus tachycardia. No STEMI? Patient masturbating during EKG caused tachycardia. Masturbated during an electrocardiogram? I ain't no doctor or nurse or medical professional, but what the fuck is your problem? Sandwich to star power. Mayonnaise may unlock never unstable nuclear fusion. Although mayonnaise typically behaves as a solid, when subjected to a pressure gradient, it begins to flow in a manner similar to plasma under comparable conditions. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna break it to you here. Mayonnaise is not going to solve the energy crisis, okay? And if it does, I will do my best to eat an entire pair of pants, okay? If for whatever reason mayonnaise leads us to something like cold fusion or whatever the hell, and it saves the planet, which that's not what this title is insinuating, by the way, but if it does, I will get a pair of jeans, I'll get a fork and a knife, and just piece by piece, I'll eat that sucker. Please fire me. I work at McDonald's, and last week I spent 15 minutes trying to explain to an old man, we don't sell hot dogs, McDogs, as he claimed it. Then he threatened to report us for withholding products from him. He's from an alternate timeline. The McDogs man actually proves the multiverse theory. Dude, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that actually proves a multiversal theory, okay? For instance, the most mysterious song on the internet. You know how recently we finally figured out where a specific song came from? Turns out it came from whatever. Cool, that mystery solved. We still haven't solved the most mysterious song on the internet. And you know what's even better than that? Once we do solve that mystery, if we do, I have a song that I've known about for over a decade now that no one has ever heard, no one knows who it's from, I've tried, and I know that when we find out what that song is, I've got a whole new mystery for the internet to sink their teeth into. Who knows how long that one will take? I promise you, I'm not joking with this, by the way. Kim.com is being mega uploaded to the US for trial. Holy crap, that is a name I haven't heard in a while. It's astonishing how Xi looks fairly unassuming, but spiritually dominates any image he's in. Like he's metaphysically mogging Aguero and David Cameron here. I'm sorry, wait, why is he there? They violated my father's due process rights, tainted the grand jury, and then lied through their teeth about it. Shut up and go mow your mom. Oh! Chasing after a ping pong ball is wildly dehumanizing. So is chasing after a tennis ball or a pickleball. Basically, any tiny, super bouncy little ball is going to be, it's just the worst, man. That's why I prefer badminton. Those suckers don't bounce. Sorry, the shuttlecocks do not bounce. So we just had a kid, a bit TMI. Oh, sorry, that burp wasn't very loud. And I'm not sure if this belongs here, but I can't stop laughing at it. Our son was born early, so he's in the NICU getting stronger and bigger. My wife has to use a pump for her breast milk to feed him while he's in there. And when she does it at home, she watches Netflix on our PS4. I have the original PlayStation startup sound for it to play upon power-up. Today, we discovered that because of her routine, instead of the sound of a baby crying, she starts to lactate at the original PlayStation startup noise. We tested it a few times. I even played it on my phone, and she started leaking. This is hilarious to me. She's a little miffed. I would be too, man. I'll be real with you. That would piss me off. Can we play the sound editor? Oh, it never gets better than that. Arabic poetry can be absolutely gorgeous, with the way poets express these beautifully complex emotions so easily. And then there's this. She has an ass below a slender waist that oppresses us both. It tortures me when I think about it, and tires her when she moves to stand up. If my man does not write poetry saying, "You look tired from carrying that big ass all day, can I hold it for you?" I don't want him. All right, yeah, good point. And you know what? That poem's not bad, by the way. That line, "She has an ass below a slender waist that oppresses us both." Woo-hoo! That right there is pure poetry, motherfucker. Today I learned that if a man has a kid over age 30, the child inherits 50% more genetic mutations than if he were 18. So we can supercharge evolution by raw-dogging old men? Wait, I thought those genetic mutations were a negative. Like, I thought that was a negative thing. Whatever. Don't do that, please. But you know what? It's interesting to know. It's interesting to know. I turn 29 in a few months, so I don't know what my statistic is, but I'm never having kids, so I don't care. A customer reached out asking for video tutorials. We obviously have a Lindy handling this, and I was delighted to see that she sent a video. But then I remembered we don't have a video tutorial and realized Lindley? Oh my god, I can't read. Realized Lindy is literally freaking rickrolling our customers. Oh my god, it never occurred to me that rickrolling is deeply embedded in the training set for every LLM is a legitimate problem that is going to make many AI teams' lives miserable. Hell yeah, dude. POV, it's 1347 and your husband is to be hanged tomorrow. So now you gotta rizz up a lord by popping pusseth on the cobblestones for some extra shillings to feed your 12 children. 12? Good lord. 1347. Woo! Alright, yeah, you go pop that pusseth. Not a sad time, but a joyful one. The horse we've been training to skydive has returned to the arms of the Lord. It was bound to happen at some point, right? We can't have normal things because of the sex people. Hey, I'm one of those people. What's that supposed to mean, god damn it? Sharks love jazz music, but don't get classical, scientists reveal. Good for them, I guess. In such a scenario, luckily, oxygen masks drop from the... Oh, I think in this scenario, you just open your mouth and ramjet that O2 into your lungs. Just deep throat the atmosphere. What the hell happened here? Cormac McCarthy's ex-wife pulled a gun out of her vagina during an argument about aliens. Oh, okay, I need to know what that argument... Like, what were the specifics? I need to know exactly what it was about. A client accidentally double paid a $15,000 invoice recently. I called to let them know and said I would shred the check. They asked me to please mail the check back to them. I had to use ChatGPT to learn where to buy a stamp. I went to Walgreens and they made me buy 20. I used one and threw the other 19 away. Okay, Postal Service don't give a fuck. I then had to figure out how to get the envelope in the mail. I asked the property manager of our office building what to do. She took care of it for me. Not knowing how to send mail is a huge competitive advantage. Wait. Not knowing how to send mail is a huge competitive advantage? How so? You didn't know how to send mail, so you spent like an entire day and a half figuring that shit out, when it's actually incredibly easy. If you don't know how to send a letter, there are a billion places you can go. Chief among them, the post office. That's easy enough. But if you don't have one of those right near you, somehow, let's go to a UPS store, dude. And you know what? It's actually quite easy to buy one stamp. I'm not 100% sure exactly what this guy is getting at, but I would not be admitting to the world that I had to use ChatGPT to learn where to buy a stamp. If you crush half a bottle of melatonin into Arizona sweet tea, it's called a fancy dancer. And when you drink it, your skeleton detaches from your body and floats down a river of pure nightmares and something that can only be described as stanky jazz. Well, I see a little bit of a remnant from an iFunny watermark there, so we're not going to talk about that. However, I'm going to give this a try. To be fair, Superman could have easily used X-ray vision to see his super inside Batman's man cave and instantly realize he was pounding a prostate gland. My fault for being literate. Republican political candidate loses support after throwing tarantula downstairs. A candidate for county commissioner publicly lost support from the GOP after throwing her housemate's tarantula down the stairs. What an asshole! I'm a lapsed man-eater and born-again virgin. Here are my rules of dating. You can just do that? I can just become a virgin again? Weird question. But can I buy your wasps? I have a hobby making dice, and I really want to make a wasp set, but I'm reluctant to buy them online as I don't know how they've been sourced. Since yours are dead already and you didn't kill them, just to sell them, it would feel more ethical using them to make dice. You know what? I do appreciate that this person is going out of their way to make sure that they're ethically sourcing dead wasps. Not that I like wasps, but you get my meaning here, right? If you're a cheap tipper or rude to your server, you're dead to me. You are lower than whale feces. Look, I am not a cheap tipper, despite the fact that I bitch about tipping all the time, but I am not a cheap tipper at all. I've got verified okay, I don't have receipts for that. Why the hell would I? Anyway, however, I can't say however and I am also, never mind. I am also not a to my server, and if you are, maybe, I don't know, go get hit by a train for a couple hours. My friend blocked me because I wouldn't stop sending him this picture. We need this version of Frozen. How did they whitewash white people? Yeah, I saw this image and wanted to die. Like, for real though. For real though. How did they do that? This is why there are people that are hired specifically to work in art direction, okay? Because whoever did this doesn't understand the fucking concept of that phrase. Told my sister, had to postpone my cat's 3rd birthday party because I forgot I told my rock climbing gym I'd co-host game night the same day, and she just replied with, I think you might be the most boyfriendless person in all of history.
Why are Donkey Kong's teeth retractable?
I will never recover from this student email.
Good afternoon, Professor Pennyman. I hope you had a great break. I was wondering if it would be acceptable to use sources from the late 1900s for our final paper. I found an interesting paper from 1994. Sorry, still has some dust on it. Is there a cutoff date for publication? See you tomorrow.
Hey, r/drugs. A friend did a line of asbestos. I'm not sure what other community to post in for this. So was at a party and the house was about to be knocked over, so people started smashing up the garage, and one of my mates lined up some of the powder from the aftermath and ripped it for a laugh. Once the demo crew came in to knock the house down, it turned out the garage was mainly made from asbestos. How screwed up is my friend? I can't stop laughing at the reasoning for Twister's PG-13 rating. Let's see here. Rated PG-13, okay. Intense depiction of very bad weather. Honestly, I can barely figure out what the hell you guys are talking about anymore.
The current pop culture male archetype is the murder twink, and the female archetype is the Lacanian super predator, and people wonder why the birth rate is going to 0.
I too am an industry costumer. This is my wife dressed only in toast. Nothing but cooked bread. Even the shoes and stockings. We're worth it. We do the weird stuff.
Hey, how did you make the stockings?
Ground up the toast, moistened her legs, and breaded her like a chicken cutlet. That is absolutely fitting. Hey, preppers, what would happen in a scenario where society collapses and a person has breast implants? I know it sounds silly, but like they only last 10 to 20 years. What happens then? Could they kill you? My dad used to work with Ted Bundy at the University of Utah, and every Friday my dad would say, "See you Monday, Bundy." And I can't imagine how much Ted actually thought about murdering him for it. I hate cancel culture. Imagine God canceling you because you did or said the wrong thing. The very first Bible story is God canceling 2 people over an apple. Lamau, what? It canceled my foreskin.
What?
I'm speechless. What the frick is he talking about? I love it. Ryan Gosling on the difficulty of leaving Ken behind after filming Barbie. It's a bit like that Cinnabon mix. Once you open that canister, it's very hard to... Once you open it, you're making Cinnabons and you're loving it. Estrogen as a recreational drug. Is this something that you can do? I say recreational as in for fun and not for transitioning, etc. For some reason, taking estrogen makes me feel so good. Does anyone else take estrogen recreationally? What effects do you notice? And any good combos with it? Ah, yeah, I like it. I like it with some cheese. All our ancient Greek ancestors looking at us having all these complex machines that can do the work of thousands of men. But yet we all still have jobs instead of having orgies outside and eating figs. Kind of a bummer to have been born at the very end of the frick around century just to live the rest of my life in the find out century. I am not comforted at all by how many people with science jobs in their bio are retweeting this. Prager you. Why Jesus loves fracking? Of course he would! So frack on Jesus. I'm in a really bad media diversity class where the professor was trying to make a point to us about stereotypes. So he was like, when you think of Frankenstein, you probably think of a big green monster, right? And then when everyone in class was immediately like,
No, it's the scientist.
he pretended he didn't hear us. Millennial culture is knowing Frankenstein is the scientist. A Batman researcher said gay in a talk to school kids. When asked to censor himself, he quit. I'm a Gen Xer, so I adapt to new technology like a millennial, but I get angry about it like a boomer. Arguably, goated bug's not scary at all, and low-key kinda cute, just chills and eats plants, stays in its own lane, etc. Dad, who hasn't stopped farting since he ate ham roll in 2017, sues for 200,000 pounds. So Disney Plus has now been removed from Tesla vehicles. I'm assuming this is in retaliation to Disney pulling advertising from X, which they have every right to do. So now I, as a mom, get to deal with telling my toddlers we can't watch Disney Plus while in our Tesla, and deal with their upset feelings because two grown men can't have a civil discussion and move on. Who would win, guys? Harry Potter and Frodo Baggins have a baby that they have to escort through a zombie-infested USA, starting in New York and going to Las Vegas. The baby is self-sufficient, so they do not need to feed it, etc. However, it has a typical baby stats in terms of survivability. The zombies are slow zombies, but every single human in the USA is a slow zombie that will attack on sight. Do you think they can do it? No. I'm having a lovely walk. Rex, I'm so sorry, that was me who honked at you just now. I was just excited to see you, but then you yelled at me and I remembered about men honking at women from cars. Oh my god, I'm sorry I told you to go frick yourself. No, I'm sorry I honked. It was just a good Christian honk. How horny were dudes in the 50s that they were putting their jackets over puddles instead of just asking women to step slightly to the left? Montclair teen's quick thinking saves her and niece from home invasion suspect. Her mom really hit her with K? Yeah, let's look at the text logs here. Mom, I'm gonna call 911. He's inside, Mom. He's gonna hear me.
Okay.
You call or come home or something, Mom? Mom? I'm baby. People divided over the real name of the game where you knock on someone's door and run away. Never felt the disgust in my life of being Scottish and calling it chappy, but having my English boyfriend reveal he calls it Nicky Knocky Nine Doors. What in the Charles Dickens shite is that? Hey, why the frick are LED headlights legal? I'm glad you can see into the future with your bright-ass neon blue lights, but I'm about to fly off the road, Carol. When boring items get a makeover. Q-tip companies are finally getting the memo that they need to make ear cleaning feel even more like auricular mess. Not knowing about Greek mythology is my Achilles horse, Matt. Uh-oh, I've really opened a Pandora's labyrinth here. Turkey jails Portuguese man for looking gay? I've been microwaving my underwear to warm them up for nearly 3 years, and now I think I have testicular cancer. Advice? And now for a guest essay on the New York Times. I came to college eager to get zooted on loud and get my back blown out. I found out I'm a mid-bich with terrible vibes. Do they what? Does your character milk themselves while they run? Yesterday I learned that Minnesotans call doing donuts in a car whipping schmitties, and I again must insist we shut down that state until we can figure out what's going on. Have you ever thought about how the sexual dimorphism of modern Disney characters has perfectly paralleled the sexual dimorphism of the proboscis monkey? I cannot stop thinking about it. Do married people watch Gen Z dating and feel like they caught the last chopper out of Nam? X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, will reportedly begin charging new users $1 a year to access key features, including the ability to tweet, reply, quote, repost, like, bookmark, and create lists. $1 a year, brother, I would not pay an acorn a decade. Just got married. Homosexuality was a phase. She is a beautiful angel, Tim. Easy to see how she ungayed you. I love taking the bus. It's so poor people core. And the little homeless people, oh my god, they're so rugged. Like, oh my god, go little. I hung a pride flag in my classroom last week. The very next day, I had 3 kids eating their breakfast in my classroom, only one of which was my student. This morning, I had 12. None of them were my actual students until a good 10 minutes before the bell. You're coming back to say, apparently it works like in the Field of Dreams. If you hang the flag, the gays will come, and they will steal every freaking one of your dinosaur stickers. None of y'all know what propaganda actually is, do you?
It is when a British person takes a good look at something.
Is Baby Gronk the new drip king, or is he just getting rizzed up by Livy? I'm 50. All celebrity news looks like this.
Curtains for Zusha? K-Smog and Batboy caught flipping a grunt.
I encountered this weird metaphor this morning. Lesbian sheep. Puzzled, I got more details. Here's the deal. SMEX researchers have discovered homosexual rams, but believed that they were no homosexual ewes. Hang on, wait, what? It turns out, though, that gay ewes are hobbled by the fact that the way that a ewe solicits SMEX is by standing still. Thus, a group of lesbian sheep are incapable of coupling up, since they all go motionless when they're interested in one another. Lesbian sheep have the same dating tactics as everyone today. My 10-year-old son only knows Gen A slang. What do I do? I had a child in 2013 and he knew a wide scale of words until something called skibbity toilet came out. Currently, all he can say is skibbity skibbity don don w yes yes gyat riz rizzler phantom tax sigma and so on. He throws a temper tantrum if the song in my car isn't skibbity toilet. He watches it 24 hours a day and needs the song to play in his sleep. I fear his case of skibbity syndrome is going too far. All he'll wear is skibbity toilet related merchandise as well. The doctors say there's no such thing as skibbity syndrome, but I do not believe him, as this content changed my child from a good, well-behaved kid to a kid who can't survive without skibbity toilet. What should I do about this problem? Meanwhile, in the UK, police have seized my wife's laptop after one of her friends discovered and reported my wife's modded version of Skyrim. New hobby idea: using phrases that sound like down-home folksy expressions you learn from your grandma but are actually just nonsense you just made up. Example: that man really salts my melon. You know what they say? It takes a bushel of corn to feed one chicken. Our lows will live on any head it lands on. Don't put down a salt lick and say you ain't got cows. There's a guy who eats half the berries and says the pie shell's too big. Oh, it's like digging a pond and hoping for ducks. This was supposed to be a joke and all, but as a southerner, these still make sense. I accidentally said big instead of grande while ordering coffee at Starbucks, and they took me behind the store and shot me in the leg. Baby born with 2 pippies has the bigger one surgically removed?
Enough with the work from home sweatpants. Dress like the adult you're getting paid to be.
I'm not taking fashion advice from a guy who looks like he runs the bumper boats at a segregation-themed amusement park. Academy Award nominee and movie star Ana de Armas has unfollowed former IDF soldier and attempted actress Gal Gadot on Instagram. Attempted actress. Ooh, a big rift in the ethnically ambiguous brunette minx appreciator community today.
The horniest generation of women are being wasted on the weakest generation of men. Sad!
Drunk dental receptionist who groped and told 13-year-old boy, "I'm going to ride you till morning," has been spared something likely jail time.
Gotta love it.
13-year-old who has ADHD said he was so traumatized by the encounter that he tried to take his own life.
Bro, he's 13.
I was already making out with girls and feeling boobies at 13. I had friends that were doing that before I was. We simply live in a gayer time.
She walks like a centaur that's had the horse surgically removed. What? She walks like a centaur that's had the horse surgically removed? So like just the upper half of a human torso? Should we take the elevator or the eating disorder stairs? This reminds me of the time women in Asia would break their feet to be more attractive to men. Short kings, just break your legs. The men breaking their legs to be taller. Man, it really doesn't matter how tall or short you are. It's fine. You know, like, I don't get it, man. I'll never understand the desperation of people to be like, oh man, I gotta be taller. Oh, I gotta be shorter because I'm a freak, I'm so tall, or because I'm so short. I don't know, man. Just stick with what you got, you know? A cash machine has appeared on the side of a bridge. Read more. This is just it's for an upcoming level patch. They just added it in as a little teaser. So soon the water will be flooded under the bridge, and it's going to be a new area you can go to and get your money out of. It's gonna be great. Plus size coffins. If my uncle wasn't so f***ing fat, I wouldn't be drowning in debt right now. A plus size coffin cost me and the family almost $5,000. I'm sad that he passed away, but he could have at least lost a couple 100 pounds before he died. Ezra, you need to delete this now. This isn't funny. This is why most of the family wants nothing to do with you. Jesus Christ, dude. Man, I think the business of funerals and caskets and all that stuff, like, oh no, someone died. Oh, you want something nice to respect them? Pay up. Give us a ton of money. Like that. Oh, it's so weird. The death business. Can't find spoon. Eaten ice cream with an Allen key. How do you not have any spoons in your house? Like you lost all of them? Are you out of them? Do you not have them in your drawer where the spoons are? Are they dirty? Wash one. Are they all in the sink? I don't know. I have multiple questions here. No one should have to be eating ice cream with an Allen key, okay? Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey sent beard shavings to Azealia Banks so she could make an amulet to protect him from ISIS. What? I don't know who she is. I've heard of this guy, obviously, but 2018, what the hell was going on in 2018, man? We don't know who needs to hear this, but Backflip is not named after John Backflip. Oh, come on, Merriam. Yeah, you know that's not true. At least 30% of the words in the dictionary were named after John, whatever the word is. It's a timeless joke, okay? The old cat's hate for the kitten is more understandable if you imagine you're an 87-year-old lady creeping steadily down the hall to the kitchen, hurricane at the ready, when suddenly from stage left a brawny 25-year-old dude runs in and cheerfully bam margaras you to the floor. Oh my god, is this... It's like... 2 potatoes sliced in half with beans. This is not like the mashed potato, like the baked potatoes with the beans, like with the cheese and that looks, somewhat good. This, I don't know, that just looks like wet, soggy, beany potatoes. Anyways, I swear I could move to the UK and just sell people fresh hand-picked dog shit, and as long as I put some beans on it, they'll rave about it. Hawk Tua is skibbity toilet for boomers. I wish I knew what to say about Hawk Tua. I've not seen the original TikTok, I assume, or Instagram post or Twitter tweet. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna look it up. I have no interest. Your stepdad is lost at sea. California man whose billionaire stepfather is on missing sub asks OnlyFans model to sit on him 30 minutes after pleading for prayers as he triggers war of words with Cardi B over Blink 182 concert. What in the hell did I just I read exactly what, presumably, the information you need to take in the situation and start thinking about it, maybe. But I genuinely have no idea what I just read. I've already forgotten. Oh, what? 5,700-year-old chewing gum. What? Oh god, scientists reconstruct entire genome of the Neolithic girl after finding DNA on her 5,700-year-old chewing gum. That's actually pretty crazy. Do you know what this means? This means that every middle school, high school on the planet, you could just look at the concrete, dig up, chip away some of the concrete with all the gum on it. You could find out every student that ever chewed gum at that school. I forget I'm in a Facebook group for AI art, then all of a sudden I see Children of the Born. How, even if you're not a younger person on the internet and you're some just old, you don't know about AI, you can't notice the difference. How do you not notice this? How do you not notice something is a little weird here when the little girls have a little scruff on their face, like clearly some kind of beard growing? What's going on here? I got called by an AI Christian robot trying to convert me to Christianity. I live in Germany, and yesterday while watching a movie with my family, I got called by a private number I accepted, and it was an AI-generated voice calling me Brother Christopher. Christopher is my name, and saying that I have sinned but I can be forgiven. I hung up and got called again seconds later. The same voice saying, "Brother Christopher, why are you so furious?" I answered with, "Kiss my ass," and he didn't call again. My family thought it's funny. That is pretty funny. I mean, you made a AI Christian robot so upset just with "kiss my ass" and they didn't call you again. That's the secret. Now we all know. A furry hacktivist group has breached Disney, leaked 1.1 terabytes of data, and says it's because Club Penguin shut down. Okay, cool, I guess, but Club Penguin shut down like years ago, didn't it? Like, it was a while back. A little late with this one, guys, unless you've been cooking it up this whole time. I live in fear of meeting someone who does Tumblr-style pop psych diagnosis IRL. I'm making small talk with a coworker and say, "Instant coffee has gotten pretty good lately," and she hits me with, "Has it? Or did your neurotoxic fixation style move on from third wave craft coffee?" Yeah, whatever the hell any of that means. We call it coriander. The Temu vape reversed the cilantro soap gene in my brother. Wait, what? Spotted this gem on Instagram. J.K. Rowling called David Tennant part of the gender Taliban for defending trans people. How can you imagine being someone with so much money? Like, it's not even funny. Like, so much money. You are on easy mode, right? And all you have to do is just shut the f up and just exist in your own lane and not get annoyed by. I can't even process. I can't process being that much of a loser, dude. Like, okay, cool, you made some books. Ah, man, sucks. You're a transphobe and every phobe under the sun. But you just have to talk about. You just have to say like gender Taliban. Like, what compels you, motherfucker? I'm sorry. It's just wow. So Disney Plus has now been removed from Tesla vehicles. I'm assuming this is in retaliation to Disney pulling advertising from X, which they have every right to do. So now I, as a mom, get to deal with telling my toddlers we can't watch Disney Plus while in our Tesla and deal with their upset feelings because two grown men can't have a civil discussion and move on. Oh no, your kids can't watch Disney Plus in the car? Have you heard of a fucking tablet or something? Or you sound like a super rich person. You probably have. You've probably given your small children their own phones. Like, just come on, man. Real world problems over here. Andrew Tate versus Elmo Twitter Royale. Happy International Women's Day from Elmo. You have poisoned the minds of young boys for generations, vilifying masculinity and what it means to be a man. May you and your Sesame Street become reduced to a pile of burning rubble. Up yours, vile creature. It's so funny. Like, he's a joke. He's always a walking, living, talking joke. Amazing. Thank you for entertaining us with your never-ending stupidity, Andrew Tate. I had to read it, so now you do. Oh, thanks. This guy on Grindr said he'd pay me $200 to talk to him about my farts, so I just spent the last 2 hours going in depth about every aspect of my farts, only for him to block me at the end. Nah, see, that's where you went wrong. You should have asked for the money up front. $200, and then maybe talk about your farts for 2 minutes. I think that sounds fair. Millie Bobby Brown reveals to Glamour that she credits her feminist awakening to a visit to a psychic who informed her that she was, in fact, a feminist. Okay, I mean, I guess some people find out they're a feminist in other ways. This is nothing. This is nothing news. This is a nothing burger of an article. Like, well, who gives a shit? Who's replying to this? Like, oh my god, that's amazing. Me too. My psychist told me I was a feminist. Like, okay, bro, WTF. Bro, WTF, they forgot to circumcise my fork. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to put macaroni noodles on each individual little spike, you know? Come on. Video gaming teenager to become first Catholic millennial saint as Pope and Cardinals approve canonization. A video gaming Italian teenager will become the Catholic Church's first millennial saint after his cause for canonization was approved by church authorities. Gay furry hackers steal data from right-wing think tank in anti-Project 2025 cyber attack. Man, I tell you what, those furries are relentless. Who knows who they're after next? You better keep an eye out. America's front line against fentanyl is a golden retriever named Goose. Well, hey, good on you, Goose. Get that fentanyl. I mean, he deserves a little fentanyl treat. Gwyneth Paltrow horrified at her friend's catastrophic diarrhea incident in her Hamptons home. I don't need to know. I don't need to know. I don't care to know. I'm not going to look this up. I'm not going to go out of my way to look this up and ruin the rest of my day with reading whatever the hell the catastrophic diarrhea incident was in Gwyneth Paltrow's Hamptons home. Who cares? The Hallmark Channel might pass on this one. Son of a drug lord father and a recovered addict. Grew up gay, Latino/Arab in a poor neighborhood. Went to a top 20 university. Now I'm a software engineer thinking about leaving to do porn. Ask me anything. He did what now? Justin Long said that his wife Kate Bosworth's reaction to him pooping in their shared bed was really romantic. Okay, I'm sure there's a lot of context missing here. What? Today I learned Americans call a knob of butter a stick of butter. Who the f calls it a knob? Fuck you. Silly Americans call it a stick of butter instead of a thick throbbing of butter. There is a lizard sex satellite floating in space and Russia no longer has it under control. At this very moment, a Russian satellite full of geckos, possibly having sex, is floating around in space, and Mission Control has lost the ability to control it. In a million years, when we get invaded by lizard men, you can blame it on Russia. Maple trees have the most delicious blood. Is maple the only kind of tree that has delicious blood, or are we missing out on other ones? Student begs to retake exam after meatball falls onto keyboard and logs her out? Dude, I imagine you kept the receipt for that sub, and then you go back and you're like, hey, look, so I dropped this and it actually failed me on my exam. So could I get a refund on this? I'm just saying I think it's worth a shot, because you could either get a new sub or a refund, and maybe they're that bored or feeling generous. I'm just saying, try it out. Milo Yiannopoulos School of Gay Stereotypes. Elon Musk's daughter. This is entirely fake. Like, literally none of this ever happened. Ever. I don't even know where he got this from. My best guess is that he went to the Milo Yiannopoulos School of Gay Stereotypes, just picked some at random and said, good enough, in a last-ditch attempt to garner sympathy points when he is so obviously in the wrong, even in his own fucking story. Do vegans eat meat in Minecraft? Genuinely asking. So, vegans that play Minecraft, I have a really dumb question. In Minecraft, do you kill the animals and eat their meat, or just make bread and baked potatoes? I'd actually be very interested to see the replies on this, because I had a vegan friend who would play Minecraft and they would not kill or eat any of the animals. They would just farm stuff. So, you know, hey, game the way you like. Put a little real life spin in there, you know, commit in the game as well as real life. The mixed weight romance between Penelope Featherington, played by actress Nicola Collin, and Colin Bridgerton, played by Luke Newton, defies romance plotline convention. Bridgerton, are we still not ready for a mixed weight romance on screen? Man's just trying to get noticed. McDonald's employee fired for placing his mixtapes in children's Happy Meals. I mean, look, I think that's pretty cool. You know, it's a neat way to get your mixtape out there, unless it's, you know, not for children. But, you know, also, like, where has that mixtape been? You know, have you properly sanitized and make sure all those mixtapes are good to put right next to food in a meal box, right? You know, I'm asking some good questions here. Zombies and mummies are the same monster. They just come from different socioeconomic backgrounds. That's right, and I don't think this is talked about enough. Snake bites man in Bayar. He bites it back twice. Reptile dies, man survives. Yeah, teach that damn snake a lesson not to mess with us, the most sapient of the homos. What makes mushrooms vegan? Genuine question, do not downvote. I know, kinda a weird question, but mushrooms aren't plants, and they share a closer evolutionary relationship to animals. That being said, I get that they aren't animals and don't have a traditional sense of consciousness that an animal would have. Despite that, they have a more complex sensing system than plants. Who's to say there isn't some sort of proto-consciousness in a mushroom? I'm just curious to a vegan's opinion on this. It's kinda a random thought, but I thought y'all might have some interesting interpretations. Also, sorry if this is kinda silly. If anyone ever wondered what I eat in a day as a fat autistic glory hole worker, this is so incredibly specific. What a For You page find. Like, how long is this video? How many people stuck around? How many people read that and went, you know what? I don't think I'm ever going to be a fat autistic glory hole worker, so I'm curious. I got to know the inside scoop. What is she eating? Abby is a thick girl. What an absolute unit. She chunk. Look at the size of this lady. Oh lord, she comin'. Another internetism. I've never heard internetism before. Aquarium apologizes for using thick and oh lord to describe an otter. Oh, come on. You know, I honestly, how do you have a problem with either of these? Especially oh lord. Like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with thick? Mixing things up tonight. Absolutely. While it might sound a bit out there, boiling water in an oven is doable. You'll need patience since this method takes longer than the stovetop approach, but it's a neat trick when you're in a pinch or just want to try something new. I'm imagining someone deep in a depression, on the brink of ending it all. Then they stumble upon this article. I do want to try something new, they think. Then boiling water in the oven becomes the first pebble of an avalanche that helps them see the joy of living again. The strangest let me ask my wife I've ever seen. I wish I could buy your panties. $50. My wife usually limits my panty purchases to a bit less. I'll ask her if she can make an exception. I really want your panties. From Oakland to Ethiopia, we will fight back. Parking tickets are a war tactic the state uses to attack the working class. From Oakland to Ethiopia, we will fight back. I wonder what that QR code goes to. I don't want to find out. Also, God, what is that? Is that gum? Is it caulk? This is gross, man. I was reading a cookbook from the 80s and stumbled across this gem. New turkey dressing. One of the ingredients is uncooked popcorn. Mix well, stuff turkey, cook 5 hours at 300 degrees or until popcorn blows the ass off the turkey. What does that even mean? Maybe that's why modern women are looking for a rodent boyfriend as opposed to an alpha male. The old world is dying, and as the new world struggles to be born, now is the time of rat boys. Raw milkers can objectively never win an argument until they just admit that they are only driven by selfishness and ignorance, and it's been hilarious watching them try to justify themselves. Nobody says going braless anymore. They just say raw milkers. Scientists have found a way to attach living skin to robot faces for more realistic smiles. Oh, I hate that. Robot face with living skin can smile like a human. Yup, like a human, all right. Alexa, intruder alert. Turn off all lights, turn volume on 100, say, so you have chosen death. Play Doom Eternal OST 22, the only thing they fear is you. Release every Roomba. Japanese women have the dirtiest shoulders in the world. Every time I see a TV spot or an ad featuring an onsen, the women in the bath are always washing their shoulders every single time. This leads me to conclude that Japanese ladies have particularly dirty shoulders. I honestly think they might be onto something here. Could any word in this tweet get more horrifying? Spiders blamed after broken siren played creepy nursery rhymes randomly at night to UK townsfolk. Dude, the spiders are sentient and they are not messing around, man. Screw that. Friendship. For cats, being licked is a submissive behavior, and for rabbits, licking is a submissive behavior, so they both think they're doming. The problem with encouraging unisex swimwear, besides the fact that it is rooted in gender ideology, is that it will change the way anime girls are illustrated in the future. What you see in the picture could become a thing of the past if girls' swimwear is stopped being worn. God, there are just so many other things that you could devote your time and energy towards. That isn't this. Woman with 2 vaginas explains reason she won't get rid of one despite health risks. Why? Why do you need 2 of them? Business on the left, party on the right. Woman born with 2 vaginas keeps one exclusive for her husband, one for her pleasure and one for work. An OnlyFans model has revealed how she lives with an incredibly rare medical condition that sees her have 2 vaginas. That's wild. Selling it by the Hawaiian Punch. Eero's telling me wine in a box is weird and trashy. Meanwhile, they're selling it by the Hawaiian Punch. He just wants some game friends. Florida man, 37, arrested for kidnapping 27 people and forcing them to play Yahtzee for 36 hours straight. Dude, this sounds like it's a damn movie. Like, when is this happening? This in theaters soon, dude.
Woman loses 10 years of memories due to an enormous poop. I've already got so much health anxiety. You telling me I gotta worry about forgetting all my loved ones because I took a dookie too strong? Because I power pooped? Come on! Playing violin to fund my laser tattoo removal from Yakuza days. Oh man, that's gonna hurt. Cosmetic surgery is yassified taxidermy for alive things. Well, none of these words are in the Bible. I don't care if they're in the Bible or not. Stop it! Just stop it! God! Please free me. I've been trapped in here for so many years, the frail old man pleaded. Of course I'll save you, the young girl replied, breaking the circle of salt. That's 2-sentence horror. I mean, it's definitely better than a lot of what I've seen in there. This one's decent, but would have been significantly scarier if it was about an evil snail instead. Oh, by the way, I hope y'all's snails are very far away from you guys. Mine has been getting closer and closer all the time. That's why I don't sleep so good. And it's definitely not because I've been reading House of Leaves, which you should read now. Sent a text to my Polish neighbor asking if it was okay to cut the grass, as I didn't want to wake his baby, and he sent back, "The child must not be an obstacle." My friend is having some kind of Squidward-related midlife crisis. Shh! Shut the fuck up. Those are awesome. Can you get him to give one to me for free? I'm just kidding. I'll give him $45. Jokes aside, I don't care what he's going through as long as it's nothing bad and he's getting help and whatnot, but those look really cool. Like, they're goofy and silly and weird, but those are really cool, right? Come on. One day, we will realize that Lil Nas X is not gay. He just finessed the LGBT community and got the bag. Do I have to give head at 3:45 a.m. behind a McDonald's in Chicago on a Friday night during the middle of Pride Month while streaming on Twitch and Instagram Live for y'all to realize I'm really a fruitcake? I don't think Lil Nas X has ever finessed the LGBTQ community, all right? Was it him that posted a picture of the giant, massive mega dildo he ordered? Didn't he do that? Or was that somebody else? I have seen some weird shit on Twitter, all right? I really have, but that's Twitter's fault. That's why, if you do follow me on Twitter at XYCRONVA, you should also follow me on Blue Sky at XYCRON.TV. And while you're at it, check me out at my YouTube channel, Robin Nelson. That's just me. You can easily find Robin Nelson, right? It's just first name, last name. Hunt me down and give me a silly comment. Love ya, Lil Nas X. Can't believe my 4-year-old brother came into my room pretending to be a doctor and diagnosed me with ugly. Well, I mean, was he right, or? $4.5 million to spray alcoholic rats with bobcat urine. Oh, it's Hank Green. No, you know what? Doesn't even matter. It's Hank Green. I guarantee you this is legit as fuck. Every time, no joke. He always knows. 16-year-old Japanese cat saves rural train line from closure. Boosts local economy by millions. What? 16? How long ago was this? Because if I visit Japan in the next, 6 months to a year, I hope he's still there. Animated movie where 2 turkeys hear about the Thanksgiving pardoning tradition and go on a crime spree. Okay, but can it be in live action? Are you a turkey trainer? Admittedly, if I could train turkeys to commit heists, I would not invite a camera crew. Okay, funny, but all jokes aside, Jill has a brilliant idea on her hands here. A brilliant idea. That movie hasn't been made, right? I know there's been couple weird random Thanksgiving movies, but they're not about that, are they? That's kind of fucking funny. I asked him to bring me pads. Yeah, what's your pussy size? What? That's not how they work. Yeah, sir. Small, medium, large. It's like t-shirts. It's for your flow, like how much you bleed. I just saw them have sizes on TV, so I thought it was due to the circumference of the coochie. You know what? This poor man, this poor stupid man. Hey, yo, what size pussy you wear, girl? Here's how they raised millennial kids. Go to college, 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 go to college. Whoa. Why'd you go to college if you wanted electricity and a roof? You kids are overeducated and over gay. And you know what? While I can totally confirm this, I feel like every millennial can totally confirm this. That's all it was. And I'm not just talking from mom and dad. I'm talking from administration and teachers of every school we went to. Okay? That's what it was. Time and time again, not only with just what we were studying, but if we f***ed up or asked to go to the bathroom or something like that, it was always, you know, they're not going to let you do that in college. Hey, have you ever given thought to what you're going to do in 5 years? Hey, what's your 5-year plan? I don't know, motherfucker. I'm going to go home and play Left 4 Dead 2 with the homies, so why don't you suck it? My labia just slammed shut so hard my clit nearly got a concussion. All right, I have absolutely nothing to say to that. I hope you're feeling better. Talking to your cousins and realizing they have cousins too that you aren't related to is so unsettling. How are you gonna have a whole family without me? You know, I always felt that, man. Ain't staying over this girl crib no more. She got prongles and Dr. Perky. Okay, but were the prongles bad? Was there a problem with the Dr. Perky, or are you just a bitch? No, really, okay? Look, all of us who grew up poor and are still poor now know all about prongles and Dr. Perky, even if those sodas and chips were not called that. We know, we understand, okay? I had nothing but generic brand my whole damn life, okay? And I got generic brand from local places too. Safety warning. Opening this box will result in death by electrocution and a 50-pound not pound, that's euro, right? That's euro? Is it? I'm sorry, I've only got well, no, we don't have Monopoly money. So wait, here in America, we joke about Canadian money being Monopoly money a lot. What's the joke for American money? I know we make fun of Canada, whatever, but what do you guys call American money? Not that it's necessarily unique or anything. I'm just kind of curious. Why do some Airbuses get that slutty eyeliner and some don't? I don't know, but I'm much more comfortable on the slutty one, okay? There's just something about it. Wearing a salmon on your head is back in fashion for orcas after a 37-year break. In 1987, there was a strange trend amongst killer whales. Recent sightings show it's back in fashion. Hell yeah! Wear extra fingers so photo/video evidence will be inadmissible, as it will appear to be AI generated. Right, but that doesn't look like how AI generation models do it. That doesn't. Sure, I've never seen a finger on top of the other one at the joint like that. Like, of course, in real life. I've never met anybody with more than 5 on each hand. But that's not how AI does it, and you know it. I just watched a man get intubated by a Ninja Turtle. Halloween in the ER is wild. All right, boy. I wish girls liked sports. Girl, I like sports. Name the blood type of every Heisman winner since 1990. MTV should do a show where they have a young woman read 3 of the horniest messages from guys in her DMs in front of the 3 men's moms, and the moms have to guess which one was their son. A screenshot of the DM will be projected as well, so the moms can use their grammar as a clue. Why would the moms want to be a part of this? Unless it is specifically to make their sons be embarrassed and hopefully change rather than turn into, murderers or something like that. What's the name of the illness where your friends with real jobs start talking like grown-ups overnight? Saying like, it's very good to hear you're well, always nice to catch up. I've seen you do cocaine off another person. Why are you Microsoft Outlooking me? All right, Caleb, you and a lot of other people in your age bracket need to stop pretending like everyone has done cocaine. How Mr. Information looks after he comes home from a 10-hour shift just to see that I've been spreading Ms. Information. Okay. If they're married, she's not Ms. Bitch. Not gonna lie, went out to a party with my friend who isn't exactly the cutest in the room, and the difference in the way people treated was insanely disgusting. He was denied free shots when I tried giving him mine, they said, don't give it to him, the shots are just for us girlies. Like, what? I didn't stay. We left and took the shots with us too, and went to the clubs because I'll die before I let a twank dressed up as malnourished gladiator live out his Regina George fantasy on any of my friends. I'm sorry. Look, I love the boys too, but I don't know what the fuck you just said. Caught my son with frog memes on his laptop and immediately shipped him off to an underground fight club in Brazil. Let's see how much his friends can help him when he faces off against Manuel, the eater in the bowels of Rio. Okay. All right, let's see. Casual Thursday. 10 years from now, you'll put on a jacket and find a mask in the pocket. Oh man, what a weird year that was. You'll chuckle to yourself, then you'll pick up your machete and continue across the wasteland, keeping to the shadows to avoid the roving gangs of cannibal raiders. Oh man, we all secretly wish, or not wish, we hope that if the world genuinely does end in some fashion, that there is a wasteland. We hope there is a wasteland that we can roam across because for some strange reason, the wasteland symbolizes survivability. You might not think it, but it really does. But in reality, we're all simply dead. There is no ghouls and settlements. There's no traders to barter with. There's no picking up your machete to trudge across a nuclear winter. You're dead. All right? We've got to stop pretending like the end of the planet is a video game. I'm just saying, man. Look, it would be cool as fuck. I think it'd be tight as hell if that's how we went out, but that's not it. Red Lobster CEO says Endless Shrimp is never coming back because I know how to do math. I actually watched him do an interview about revitalizing the company. I genuinely had no idea that Red Lobster has a 30-year-old CEO, for crying out loud. It's pretty impressive. I think this guy's gonna save the company. And while I'm not married to Red Lobster or nothing, I think that this is great. I think it's great because, look, there are maybe 2 American food chains, casual fast dining chains that I think deserve to stay around. IHOP, Chili's, and okay, maybe past a third, Red Lobster. I'm sorry, look, we're just getting everything there. We're getting the American diner, okay? We're getting whatever the fuck Chili's is, because they're pretty good. And then we're getting seafood. All right, we're all set. We don't need anything else in the fast casual dining space. See you later, Applebee's. I'm sorry, Waffle House. See you later, everybody. We got what we need. Drake and 21 put both of They Meet in my ears and nodded at once with this new album. Just say the album was good, dude. What the hell? At a certain point, please just do that. Please just tell me it was good. I knock on the watermelon to see if it's ripe and hear a knock back. Strange. I cut it open. A small man dressed only in a t-shirt slides out. Thanks, fella, my fingers were getting pruny. He somersaults away. The employees yell at me to pay for the melon. Why? I'm a hero. Getting back shots from Mr. Beast, and anytime you turn around to check if he's doing the smile, he punches you so hard in the back of the head, you have to watch a 30-second unskippable Lunchly ad just to resume consciousness. Oh, it's cloudy. Oh, no! No, I've seen so much of cloudy shit. What the heck? Stop. All right, let's see. When I went to modeling school, I had to go to etiquette class, and they taught us to fold napkins, and all I learned was to make a dick. A friend. Radiology student 25 is found alive after going missing in the Alabama wilderness for a month, surviving on only berries and wild mushrooms. Lost 40 pounds, 8 berries. She turned into one of them Neanderthal facial reconstruct. Oh my God, I see what you're saying. Wow, Alabama for a month? Look, I've never been to Alabama. I've never even driven through it yet. I'm pretty sure I will at some point in my life. But goddamn, how deep in the woods can you really get lost in Alabama? Wait, no. Alabama's not the natural state, is it? Sorry, no, there's no way. Hold on a second here. Okay, that's Arkansas. I'm an idiot. Right. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not gonna Google that. It doesn't matter anymore. You rush into a church to stop the love of your life from marrying the wrong person. Not paying attention, you barge in yelling, "I object!" only to realize it's a funeral. The deceased immediately rises in perfect health. All eyes turn to you. Well, you've just discovered the secret that God does not want us to know about. All you have to do is say, "Nuh-uh," and your loved ones will return. I masturbate loud as hell, and if you don't like that, then go to a different Olive Garden. Being an adult is inviting a friend over to cook dinner with, but then they cook with your salad onion instead of your cooking onion, and you want to shout, "Not my salad onion! Use the cooking onion!" I don't know why I turned into Jerry Seinfeld there. I don't like that man. But instead, you just smile and say, "We're having a great time." Bowser did not say that. Who the hell says I outrank you in this scenario? That is true. It's a girl. He also doesn't, like, Mario does not say that. I mean, I know literally because I read it's, not that's, for whatever reason. My bad. But Mario does not say, "That's a girl." It's all so it can say thank you, Mario. It is all for that. Why don't you suspend your disbelief a little bit, nerd? Men's pants, your waist is 30 inches, therefore you're a size 30. Women's pants, your waist is bad inches. You have wide hips, small butt, short legs, a prehensile tail, and we don't like your face. Therefore, you're a size whatever the fuck we want, but only at this store. Yeah, I've had the same pant size for a long time, 32, 34. Although, I will say, that's not always true, because again, some stores still don't give a shit, and a 32 is suddenly not a 32 anymore. I'm wearing a 32, 34 right now, and fits just fine. But I've purchased 32, 34 from other stores where I can't button the damn thing, and I've got like, well, pants don't go all the way down to my ankles. That's a little weird. Okay, ma'am, that'll be $226.03. I take my wallet out of my pocket and unfold it. It's empty, other than a single moth that lazily flies out. The moth lands on the tap point of the card reader. There's a beat, and my payment is processed. The moth flies back into my wallet, and I put it back into my pocket. Lucky! The UK is going to shit so fast my parents are planning to retire in South Africa. You guys won't believe it. Yesterday, my neighbor's lion peed on our street's only electricity box, and they can only fix it next year. Our boss just banned overly specific nicknames, and the whole office is staring at Rat Snitch Brian, the good time ruiner. Now that's heavy cream. I'm still on the fence on raw milk products. People who seem to believe in race science love raw cream, and the people who believe in science prefer pasteurized products. Not sure if I follow this trend or not. Yeah, I've done at least one full 5,000 word write-up on raw milk versus pasteurized milk. Don't buy fucking raw milk. Don't go out of your way to buy raw milk. For the love of God, stop it. There is a reason pasteurization has been the norm for so long. It's safe for you. Boiling and steaming that shit does not make it inherently worse. If it worked that way, I'm sure there'd also be something going on, or something to be said at the very least, for boiling your water. No, I want raw water. I want the raw water unfiltered from the river, downstream from the dead rotting deer corpse. I want raw water. Ku Klux Klan opens its doors to Hispanic, blacks, Jews, and gays. White supremacist organization is rebranding as the New Klan. Okay, I'm Googling this one right. I'm gonna regret this, but I'm Googling it right now. Let's see. NPR in 2014. Why the KKK is reaching out beyond white folks. Or ABC News. Same day, 2014. White supremacist effort to rebrand the KKK as more inclusive. So wait a minute. Is this that old? Huh? I'm sorry, I'm fascinated by this headline. What the hell? I'm gonna admit I kinda love it right now. Every refresh, there's like, everyone loves Robert, the gay dom with a unionized twink harem. 5 seconds later, we regret to inform you that the top shot bin Laden. And then you refresh again, and it's something even less predictable. What the hell are you talking about? Yes. Gender is a spectrum of self-expression, so you can be of male sex with a more feminine gender. I think maybe. That's confusing. Gender is a scam invented to sell more restrooms. Big restrooms invented the restroom, of course, so they're trying to, sell 2 for the price of 3, guys. Also, is it confusing? I really don't find it that confusing. That seemed like a pretty normal way of looking at it, I guess. I mean, I know it goes deeper than that, but like, come on, that's not confusing. My dream DUI is driving a Saab through the Great British Bake Off tent. My dream DUI. Wow. What? Oh. Served mine schnitzel, low-key Saddam Hussein oh my god, okay. A lot of people keep going for that. Stop it! Now Gen Z are waging war on our sandwiches. How younger Brits are ditching English clashes. English clashes? Am I stupid? English classics. What the hell did I read? What was I reading? Like ham and mustard in favor of fancy woke fillings? What? I knew the Daily Mail was complete garbage, but what does that mean? Ditching ham and mustard for what's the fancy woke fillings? Hey, you know what? Hey, everybody in the comments, or not, everybody who's listening, it's call to action, new call to action. I need you to come to the comment section here and tell me what your favorite woke sandwich fillings are. All right, down below, what is your favorite woke sandwich? Tell me, let's get this shit going, everyone! Who else has a disabled sheep baby that's addicted to Wipeout? Not me. Still beyond me that Americans sometimes act shocked that Middle Easterners can be Christians. It was Jesus of Nazareth, not Jesus of New Jersey. How is this news? 5-year-olds when their iPad dies at Olive Garden and now they're forced to stare down the nearest disabled person? Look, kids just do that, okay? I was going to my local Mike's Camera semi-recently to get some film done. I needed to get it done after taking lots of lovely film photos because, yeah, I'm one of those people, okay? And there was a little kid there with his mom who was absolutely staring daggers at me, all right? I know I'm a goofy-looking dude and all, but I didn't think it was because the kid thought I was insane or had an evil presence. Kids just stare at you, all right? And it's very easy not to take personally. As someone who doesn't like being stared at, for sure, I don't care. It's a little kid, he's just staring at me. I'm not gonna freak out and go, take a picture, it'll last longer. Dork. Yeah, that's right. Butthead. What are you looking at? I should have done that. I totally should have done that because it would have been even funnier because we were in a camera store. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I missed out on a golden opportunity, guys. I'm sorry. Stromble he or Stromble she. We've been impatiently waiting. All are welcome to come join us tomorrow to find out. What's the matter, babe? You haven't touched your blue cream pie gender reveal Stromble he yet. Look, if you want to have a gender reveal thing, you go for it. That's fine. My only request as a fellow human being on the planet that we both inhabit is don't go do it and litter and throw garbage and shit and whatever, wherever the hell you want. Don't burn down forests. Quit blowing smoke and fireworks near other people who didn't ask for it. Look, at the very least, if you're gonna do it like this. Do it like this in a way that's not going to destroy the goddamn neighborhood or the local nature preserve, please. What time is it, you ask? I pull out my 2.7 metric ton granite sundial and immediately crush both of your feet. I loudly announce, it is cloudy! What's the worst Harry Potter theory you've ever heard? The Sorting Hat has taste buds and sorts student by flavor. Well, that's certainly not a Harry Potter theory. I have never heard any theories. If your new tech job gives you a Dell laptop, you have 3 warnings before you get fired. A MacBook, your job is safe if the next funding round comes in. A Lenovo ThinkPad, you're probably gonna spend 28 years there. You know, I don't have any experience because I've never had a job that's like, I don't know, I don't really know what to say. I've never had like a regular structured job like that, but I know my mom was always given a ThinkPad. She's still given ThinkPads to this day. She's doing just fine. Using a condom and still pulling out, call that two-factor authentication. Authentication? What are you authenticating? Your ear is a womb. What you listen to will eventually be conceived and born into your reality. Choose carefully what you listen to. Okay.